How's it going, everyone? I'm Gonzer, and today we're going to be talking about episode 36 of Pokemon Journeys / Pokemon 2019. The episode is called Satoshi and Go Crawl Up from the Sand Hell. Oh my god, they used the bad word. Okay, so this episode, we're going to have a lot to say about this episode, guys, just to let you know beforehand here. So the episode starts off, Ash is running around with Riolu and Pikachu. Sweet. And all of a sudden, as Go catches up here, it's like, yo, what are you doing? He's saying he's training and all that. You know, I'm training because I need to win my next battle. But all of a sudden, a battle starts. He gets the notification on his phone. He's in another World Coronation Series match. I hate calling it that, but, you know, that's what the English wants to call it. So he battles some nobody trainer, some nobody dude, and it ends up being, you know, Riolu versus another octopus. What do you know? Which reminds Ash of when he lost to the other octopus that was B's Pokemon. And Riolu quickly gets beaten. And Ash is pretty sad about it for a second. Between this frame and this frame. He's sad about it for a second. But guess what? He gets another notification, and he's like, okay, I can end my losing streak here. So, who does he pick? He picks Riolu, again, the Pokemon that just got knocked out. And he's fighting another kind of octopus thing. I mean, what the hell is that thing? I mean, it's a Pokemon, of course, but octopus-ish thing. Octopus 1. Maybe that's what we'll call it. But, doesn't matter because you don't see it again. Because it quickly beats the shit out of Riolu and knocks Riolu out. And Riolu just completely jobs. And we see Ash has fallen out of Superclass. He's fallen out of Superclass, back to normal class. And his rank is now 1021. Okay, guys. This is not Ash Ketchum. This episode is one big double-edged sword. Okay? On one hand, this episode is good in that it has done more for Go than any other episode. Essentially, Go in this episode becomes frickin' Ash Ketchum. Let's just put it that way. And Go has a lot of development here. The most important development that he has seen so far, for Pokemon's purposes anyway, for like how you expect Pokemon to go. But on the other hand, Ash Ketchum in this episode is not Ash Ketchum. You will see that plain as day later on as we get into this. Like, as plain as day. So we find out there's a sandstorm somewhere and people are freaking walking into it. Before this, there's like a little cutscene of a few adults walking into the sandstorm. And, you know, Cerise here is like, oh yeah, it could be unknown Pokemon or something. So Go is like, oh, I gotta get it, and convinces him to let him go there, right? And, so he's heading out, but we see Ash is just depressed, sitting here in the corner. I don't know what to do. It's funny because people who didn't understand, I'm going back to full screen again because this one pisses me off. There are a few people who watch me who really do not like people fanning out for XY. There's a lot of like anti-XY people, probably because XY is popular, and these are the people who paint their fingernails black and wear all black and fucking are goth retards. But these dipshits are like, Ash in Sun and Moon has moved beyond XY. He right now, right now he's way beyond XY, man. He would never do what he did between that his loss to Sawyer and Wolfric. He's beyond that now. Okay, fuck you guys. Here's Ash Ketchum sitting in a fucking corner like a bitch. That is not Ash Ketchum. That's not the Ash Ketchum that I give a shit about. This kid is a little pussy. And I am tired of this. See, this is a double-edged sword. Part of the double-edged sword here is people who haven't had that much invested into Pokemon, people who are new, especially kids, this is going to be a good episode to them. But people like me, who understand what Pokemon is, who have seen every damn episode, who have more or less kind of come back every now and then and saw what was going on in Pokemon over the years. This is ridiculous, guys. Gen 1, Ash is a crappy trainer. Gen 2, mediocre trainer. Gen 3, mediocre trainer. Gen 4, mediocre becoming good trainer. Okay? Gen 5, crappy trainer, no one likes Gen 5. Gen 6, good trainer to great trainer, okay? Gen 7, mediocre trainer, but then at the end, all of a sudden, he becomes a good trainer again, right? And Gen 8, here we go, like, all of a sudden, Ash just doesn't know who in the fuck he is. He just can't remember basic things from his past, and more of that will come up. God, the anime. So Go literally has to drag Ash out. Sweet. So they put on their little goggles and their cute little goggles here, and they go into the sandstorm, right? Cool, looking cool, guys. And they see these people drowning. There's a frickin' orange muncher here, which Go throws a ball at, and it dodges it or something, right? But then Go is like, but I'm gonna do it again, dude. I threw a ball, I'm gonna do it again. I'll throw a ball like all day if I have to. That's what Go was thinking. I'll throw a ball forever. And he caught it. He caught that muncher. And the people are like, God, man, I didn't know I was so retarded. I came into the sandstorm to hear a song, dude. That's what this guy's thinking. And they're just like, yeah, bye, assholes. But then a dragonfly pops up, dude. There's a dragonfly, you see it? That's what you call a dragonfly here on Earth. Human dragonfly. And it gets caught, you know. Go, okay, this is the funny part. Go, he throws a ball, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to throw my curve ball again, right? So that's like his second throw. I'm gonna do the curve ball, man. I'm really sweet. I'll throw a curve ball. And says the kid who, like, the first times he threw a Pokeball, he couldn't even hit the Pokemon. Then he is just Mr. Ball Throw, but he misses with the curveball or whatever, and it dodges it, you know. Vibrava dodges it, and he has Raboot kick it back, and he catches it. And here's when Go's like, oh my god, wait, that thing evolves into, Flygon! Flygon, I'm gonna throw a ball at it. I know it's a pseudo-legendary, but I'm gonna throw a ball at it. And now, Go right now is Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum and Go have changed places. They have both forgotten who they were and are modeling the person who they were around. That's not part of the story, that's just me joking, just to be clear. But you will see what I mean. So Ash is like, hey, ground-type dragon, I'm gonna hit you with a thunderbolt. But guess what? It does nothing. And Go has to remind him, dude, that's a ground-type, dipshit. Right? So Ash is like, oh, crap, you're right. But, dude, little Sobble here gets in some offense, man. Like, Go is, like, demanding Sobble around. He gets in a hit here, and, you know, he kind of stops the sand from flying around, like, causing trouble for the battle, right? And Ash just kind of falls down and sits there like a little pussy on the ground. People are going to be whining again in this about me swearing, but what do you think the opening of the video is about? The opening of the video is about if you're going to sit here and whine about swearing. For example, oh, your best friend's name is Dick, but then when I say Dick, it's a bad word. Fuck you guys. So, Flygon here starts... I skipped a bunch of the battle, by the way. So Flygon here uses a little Draco Meteor, and Ash is, Go is saying, oh, you need to get in there closer so we can attack Raboot, right? And Ash is like, no, you can't get in close. That's kind of the thing here with Ash. Ash has kind of been like, no, I can't get up close or else the octopus will grab my Riolu and rape it. God, Ash. That's kind of his thing. He's like, I'm really afraid of battling up close now. All right, Ash. So we see Go here. He just ignores Ash when Ash says that. He's just like, fuck you, kid. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. I've been battling for 20 years. Oh, wait, that's you. So, what does he tell Raboot to do? Use Draco Meteor as footing, run up it, and get close in. I wonder who's done that in the past, and who has already forgotten about it, despite the fact that apparently this is the same kid from XY. Huh. Isn't Ash the same Ash from XY? Like, totally? Isn't he just extremely competent? Doesn't he remember that he did this? We're gonna find out. God. So here's Raboot. He jumps up the Draco Meteor, and Ash is like, holy crap, you can do that? Says the kid who frickin' iron-tailed down a frickin' aura sphere. Oh my god. So he runs up and then he uses his frickin' ember but kicks at one of the big pieces of the Draco Meteor instead of his baby little rock. And Flygon here just gets frickin' raided by a bunch of rocks that are on fire, I guess. And then Go throws a ball into like the frickin' sandstorm and apparently hits it. It's like really delayed though. It's very weird. It's weird the way they shot it. But anyway, he apparently hits it and he catches it. There you go, Go. You were Ash Ketchum for a moment. I mean, you're still Ash Ketchum right now. You're acting like it. He celebrates. Everyone celebrates. And then Ash. Sorry, the shot here is dark. That was an accident for sure. That would be because of me not waiting long enough after pausing it to take the screenshot, I guess. And they're celebrating. Ash is just like jumping on top of the meteors and using them for Ember. That's such a crazy tactic, right? And he's like, he has no idea that that's something that he has done in the past. That's an Ash Ketchum innovation. And then Go's literally like, what are you on about? You're the one who taught it to me. And Go isn't saying this is directly taught to him. What Go is saying here is saying, this is the kind of thing you would do, thinking outside the box. That's what you have taught me. No matter how crazy you have to be, never stop striving for victory. This is the kind of thing that you normally do, see? So he's not saying you directly taught me this. So, like, legitimately, Ash Ketchum right here has no clue that in the past he has done things like using Draco Meteor as footing to climb up and get close to the other Pokemon, get above them, and attack them. So Go's like, yeah, besides, I really wanted to use Ember because that's the move that me and Raboot made together. Okay. So, Ash kind of reflects on it, says, since I lost to this octopus, I've been dead set on avoiding the Pokemons and stuff. And I guess earlier it looked like Riolu knew that and stuff, and we was like always training in melee fightings and stuff, so why was we like avoiding the up closest battles and stuff? Really dumb, I don't get it. So Ash is like, I'll have to start over. So he resolves to start over. And he asks his Pokemans, will you help me? His main Pokemans, right? Which I'm glad that Riolu is out as his secondary main Pokemon here, because that's how it was before, yet they stopped doing it for a while, but I'm glad they're back to it. And this is where the episode ends. They sit there and they're all adorable and they all like each other and they have resolved to move past all of their losses. Pokemon sucks, guys. Here's the problem with it. Here's my main problem with this episode. That it's a good episode. It's just not a good episode as far as how Ash Ketchum is treated. You put anyone else in that role. You put any other character in that role. Great episode. This episode is the number one reminder, in my opinion, that Ash Ketchum they need to finish that character. They need to take him to the future, he needs to be on top, and that's where he should be. That's where Ash Ketchum should be right now. He should have been on top at the end of Generation 6 or Generation 7. In my opinion, Ash should have, based on from when I started watching again, as an adult, I would say he should have won the league in Generation 6. He should have won the World Championship or something like that the next year, like the Champions League or something the next year. They should have called it good from there. They should have used Generation 7 just to push Ash to the frickin' stars. And, but instead, he stayed very stagnant, and it was very hard to know his skills because they weren't really showing him battling a lot. And you really didn't know whether he was any good or not until the end. Like when it came clear that the winner of the league was going to be battling Kukui, you knew like Ash was going to take the league, and that was kind of the point where you knew like, okay, I guess Ash is a good trainer now. But like they, at the end of it, they really like he was like, he felt very mediocre before that, but then all of a sudden he's just, all his Pokemon are evolving, and he all of a sudden he has an Ultra Beast that came back that is evolved, and all of a sudden he has this crazy team. That's the thing that happened at the league. It was like last minute he all of a sudden got good, and that created a lot of hype for me, especially. Like that made me like forgive Sun and Moon in a way, like where Sun and Moon, like I'm just like, I don't think Sun and Moon would be bad if you replaced Ash with another character who's not named Ash. I don't think Sun and Moon would have been super horrible. I don't think it's horrible to begin with. I just think it doesn't make sense for Ash Ketchum to have been in that place, just to be clear. And but the end of that league hyped me up so damn much, and the way that they were going to ignore the generational nonsense this generation, have him like traveling and going to gyms and that, the way they were ignoring that and putting him in like a World Series here, like awesome. But they are not living up to expectations. They just are not. Ash Ketchum cannot be acting, he cannot be having the same mistakes that he would have had in like Generation 1 or like Generation 2. I don't know, they need to move past mediocre, in my opinion here, like, well, in most people's opinion here, but I can only speak for myself, but they need to move past just keeping Ash mediocre and just grow some balls. It's ridiculous. Because no one would be annoyed by many of these episodes and many of their choices here if Ash Ketchum were somewhere else. You know, if he were Leon right now, if he were in Leon's place, no one would care, because they would know that the guy who they used to watch, their beloved hero, they would know that he got his story, that he got his just due, that the people who have been watching for years and years and years finally got to see what they wanted to see. And that's the problem with Pokemon, is that Pokemon is stagnant, like incredibly stagnant. And I want Pokemon to understand this. You are ruining your character. You have been ruining your character for years and years and years and years and years. That's why your anime does not do well. That's why, because I've been, at this point, I've been watching as an adult, like consistently for like a generation and a half, and I am so tired of Pokemon right now. It's just like, guys, when you add all that extra time in to have to watch it and see things develop, it just gets tedious as hell. It's ridiculous. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Peace out, guys.